Good evening, New Jersey, from the Love of the Craft beer pairing dinner through the Beer Club, MASH. My first time here for this beer pairing dinner. Let's check it out. Make it a great evening.
I have like my Kindle with me.
Party's getting started here for the Love of the Craft. It's all about the beer. I already had one. Pretty good.
Moment. I really don't know where to begin. So, there's some echo there. Quick raise of hands. Who has not been to this event before? Alright, so here's the background. 5 years ago today, we hosted our first For the Love of the Craft. The idea came to be because wow, how much full circle does this story come? MASH, Morris Area Society of Homebrewers, called me. I was in Walmart, aisle 5. I don't know what's in aisle 5, but I remember it well. And they were like, Morris Tap and Grill kicked us out. We don't have a place to have our monthly meeting. Where should we go? And I said, you're coming to us. So we began hosting their monthly meetings, and they came to me with an idea to host their annual homebrew competition at Nicole's. So, the long story short is that, as many of you know, the homebrew competition requires an award ceremony that happens at 6 p.m. They required us to close the restaurant, so it required us to come up with a really creative idea to get 120 people in a room, and thus, For the Love of the Craft was born. The Love of the Craft celebrates collaboration, community, and most importantly, craft beer. So we were so inspired by, I feel like I think I can talk without it. Can everyone hear me? Yeah. So the idea was that there were all these amazing homebrewers, and back in 2015 when we started this event, there were 51 breweries in the state of New Jersey. There's now 141. We were every Tuesday night, once a month, getting to try these amazing beers. And we were like, they need a chance to shine. So we invited homebrew clubs to pick the brewery of their choice to brew a one-time only collaboration beer that then Chef Chris Macy would explore through food. So tonight is about collaboration of breweries. Tonight is about collaboration of food and beer together. And tonight is about a collaboration of me and my team here and all of you and having an amazing evening. So, here's how it goes down. This is like, we intentionally seat you all together. We intentionally hope that you're shoulder to shoulder. We want it to feel like Thanksgiving, but better, because we're with the people that we want to be with. We're gonna serve like a really casual setting. Some things will come out plated, some things will come out family style. We invite you to serve your neighbor, engage in a new conversation. I love that you're sitting with your clubs, but you'll have plenty of time to hang out and like get up and introduce yourself to someone new. Because if we can go from 51 to 144 breweries in 5 years, imagine what we can do in 5 more. This craft beer community is strong and it's vibrant, and I am so honored to be a part of it. So here's what I ask. Take your bites slowly. Take your sips with intention. Let your taste buds speak to your mind, not your mind to your taste buds. Don't decide because you read fluff on there that you're not going to like the dish. In fact, I invite you to crumble up your menu, throw it over your shoulder, and just enjoy. It's specifically why we do not share this menu with you ahead of time, because we want you to come into this with an open mind. We spend too much time in our life deciding how things are going to be. Tonight it's just about enjoying. So, does everybody have a beer? No. 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 Not the most important table in the night. Hold on. Because this is the club that brewed this beer. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna give you some beer. We're gonna give you some food. We're gonna invite the brewery and the homebrew club to come talk to you about their experience brewing beer. Keep that over and over again. The bars are open. Grab a drink. Help yourself. We're gonna have so much fun. So, without further ado, let's raise our glass. We're gonna get some for you, but you have beer. I know you do. For the love of the craft.
Cheers. You guys
All right, so here's the process of how it all works. So the homebrew club and the brewery brew the beer. They're going to talk to you in a second. Then it comes to us. Sometimes it's uncarbonated, sometimes the fruit hasn't been added, but we get the flavor profile. Usually, Chris and I sit and have a brainstorming session, but I now travel a lot for work, for Romello Productions, Marissa and Lorraine. I'm a best planner, as you can tell. So, usually Chris and I collaborate. You guys have heard, many of you have come to this event and heard stories about like our late night, early morning brainstorming sessions. So this time around, Chris came up with all the dishes on his own. I showed up at 5 o'clock this morning from Denver and told him how he could make them differently. And in some of the ways, it was really exciting because what it meant was that we really have the same brain, we think the same way. So this is 100% his creation, and then me poking the bear, being like, you could take it one step better. So what was inspired was what they'll talk about, the spruce and the flavor that it leaves. And just the general, the beer itself. So let me have you guys kick it off, and I'll take it from there.
Hey everybody, how we doing tonight?
Woo!
Hey, my name is Carl Weiss. I'm the president of MASH.
Go MASH, go!
Let's go MASH, go! Before I get going, let's give a hand for Nell.
Woo!
And let's give another hand for Suburban.
Woo!
All right, well, it feels really good to be back here. MASH has been around for 7 years. We met here for the first time, actually, in 2012 in December. And it's really cool to come full circle, as Nell mentioned earlier, to be having an event back here now, 7 years later. MASH is a homebrew club that's Morris County centric. We're currently 70 members strong. We meet down at Twin Elephant Brewing normally on the 3rd Tuesday of every month. So if you're a homebrewer in the room that's looking to join a homebrew club around here, come check out MASH. And we, for the love of the craft, this beer dinner, we partnered with our very best friends, Twin Elephants. And yeah, give it up. And we have Cindy and Frank here from Twin Elephant, and I'm going to pass the mic over to Cindy for a minute to tell us about Twin Elephant.
Yeah, Cindy!
They meet at Twin Elephant every month, almost. So we've been around for about 3.5 years. We're in Chatham, New Jersey. If anyone hasn't been there yet, get your butts down there. Yeah, so we were all home brewers in the beginning. It was my husband Tim Busecker, my friend, and our friend, rather, Scott McCluskey, would homebrew, every weekend in Scott's dad's garage. And at the same time, in parallel, I was living with Carl right out of college, and he made the deal, if I can start home brewing in our kitchen, I'll keep it clean and I'll cook dinner. Cleanliness, food, and beer on tap all the time? Sure. Done. So, things just happen naturally, all of our home brewing minds came together. Me and Carl have known each other since we were 13. And so when I started hanging out and, hanging out with my now husband, Tim, and also Scott in the homebrew side, and, spending every weekend either at our spot or their spot, drinking beer, brewing beer, and both. Things kind of came naturally all together. And, for myself, I can say I was at, when we started, we were in a fork of the road career-wise for me, and I kind of challenged Tim and Scott, said, hey, if you want to start a brewery now, this is the time. I can put my mind to it. And they took it upon themselves, and we did it. Things fell together kind of organically, and we always wanted to stay, homebrew-centric, keeping small batch, experimenting with a lot of different ingredients, and not getting too ahead of ourselves. So we've been just adding things every about 6 months or so, and now we've moved from a 2-barrel brewery when we started 3.5 years ago, and now we're technically a 5-barrel system with getting in 20-barrel fermenters soon. So. So keeping everything with a mindfulness, we say we make our beers mindfully brewed, because we want to keep things rotating, playing around with different local ingredients. If you come to our brewery, we'll never have the same beer list on every week. We usually change 4 to 5 beers every week. So we just try to keep it fresh, keep it new, keep people coming back, making an experience for everybody. I don't know if you want to talk about the brew day itself or the constraints. We gave, so going into this beer a little bit, we gave MASH a challenge. We're okay, we have only so many ingredients, we only have these yeast strains in-house. One yeast strain,
One tank.
and one tank.
That's not temperature controlled.
Yeah, that's not temperature controlled. So we're okay, here are your constraints, engineer a beer. And Carl will talk about what they came up with.
Cindy, so yeah, we MASH approached to an elephant for the collaboration a little late in the game, and they're obviously in the middle of a big expansion for them, and we were limited, and we didn't have full run of the brewery, so they were all right, we have this tank in the corner that you can use that's free, but there's no temperature control, so good luck with that. We also have this fun yeast strain on order that was maybe destined for that tank.
That we had never used before.
That we had never used before. Right. And so we're all right, we can work with these constraints. So we brought the club together. A lot of the guys up here with MASH with me, we all jumped in with Frank and Scotty, and we started rapping on what beer we were going to brew, and we ended up settling on a Saison, right? Saison is a pretty excellent choice for no temperature control. And the yeast strain, for the yeast strain that we had in-house, that they were bringing in-house was a fun blend of a Saison strain and 2 different Brettanomyces strains, a Brett Anomaly and a Brett Brux strain. And so we brewed a Saison, and I'm not going to nerd out on the recipe for you. I think that might be kind of lost on this audience. But,
I want to hear it, dude.
You're in it. You got the power.
So one of the things that I always admire about Twin Elephant is their attention to detail. And Scott McCluskey, one of the owners and head brewer at Twin Elephant, his attention to detail is amazing. And we got to work with him to come up with some really fun brewing malts to work with the saison. One of them was triticale malt. I'd never heard before. That's actually a cross between a wheat and a rye. And it,
and rye, and then they cross it.
yeah. And we used a wheat malt and a flaked wheat and a chit malt. So those were all really fun grains that we got to work with. That blends a really fun grain, really fun malt forward base. And then we ended up deciding on using some spruce tips that Jonathan had contracted.
So what Carl just said, that's really important for all of you to hear because it relates back to the food, is that they decided to use spruce tips. And when spruce tips, what happens to give them that watermelon?
When you use fresh spruce tips, they impart raspberry and watermelon flavors. And that was really, I think, the fun thing that Chef Chris pinpointed on and worked off of for this dish.
Yeah, so when they talked about the brewing process, he said they did some weird shit. So like about 2 hours ago tonight, Chris opened up a bag of watermelon Sour Patch Kids and poured it into a pot over a very high flame and melted said Sour Patch Kids to give that same watermelon flavor. Because we always want you to not know where the dish ends and the beer begins. So that was really the inspiration. Yeah, okay. Good. Thank you guys. I have your attention, so just bear with me for one more minute, and then we're going to leave you alone for a while. I want to invite the next Homebrew Club, Scuba, and Hackensack Brewing to come up, because we have a little fun for you at the table while you try your beer. It's a coordinating homebrewer. But they're going to tell you why in a second. But as you have your beer, you'll also see there's a slice of lime on your table. We ask, if you don't have a lime, let me know, I'll bring you one. But have that up in there, have that lime ready for while they talk to you about this beer. Okay?
Hey guys. No, but I have a description. Okay guys, hello. My name is Eric. I'm PR Director of Scuba, which is Sussex County. Alright, Scuba. For those of you who don't know, that's Sussex County United Brewers and Alchemists. Yes, we have magic in our beer. So, one of the things we did with this collaboration was we didn't know what to do. So we had a bunch of friends, we had a fire pit, and we had a lot of beer. Yeah! And that makes for the best project ever, right? So we said, you know, what really could go good with this dinner? Something we haven't done before. And one of our members, I think it was Wayne. Where's Wayne at? He's right here. Wayne right there. New Jersey Homebrewer of the Year, by the way. Wayne was funny. He said, he put this can of beer down. He said, this is the bomb. And I said, I think you're a bomb. But it was a ginger, lime, beer kind of thing. And we said, you know what? It would be really cool to do something that challenges us, to do something outside of our comfort zone, which is ginger and lime. So we never did anything like that. We said, let's pair with somebody that can do something really creative. So let me read you guys something about ginger, because this was interesting. Mike Jones and John, you know, I've known these guys for a number of years now, and this guy, you know, Mike, he's a home brewer. He grew up with us. He grew up with our community for a long time ago. In fact, I remember stewarding with this guy. We were at the Armory, right, over at MASH. MASH, the second flock collaboration brewery, for those of you guys that remember. And I think we had enough Belgian beers and triple IPAs that both of us were like, man, we cannot go home tonight. We got to get some Ubers right now. So we had a good time. But I want to turn it over to these guys, let you guys talk a little bit more about the beer.
How you guys doing? I'm John, I'm the head brewer at Hackensack Brewing.
Pale Ale, dry hopped with Saphir and lemon drop. What we did was, with the beer, the base grades are 2-row and Golden Promise. We used a little bit of flake wheat, a little bit of oats in the mash. We don't have any knives or cutting boards, so we sent Eric out first thing on the morning of the brew day to pick up some knives and a cutting board to cut up the ginger. And we had the scuba guys cut up the ginger, which was awesome. Yeah, and scrub it too. Yeah. So we used 4 pounds in the whirlpool, then fermented it. Post-fermentation, we dry hopped it or dry gingered it with 6 more pounds of ginger. Yeah. So, yeah.
The sulfate ratio.
All right. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Try it with the lime. Try it first with the ginger. Try it with the lime. You'll get a different experience each time. And I hope you enjoy it. Cheers.
While they walk up here, I just want to come back because we didn't get to talk about the last dish that we had after Hackensack talked about the beer. So the process was this. We tried the beer, we thought about the lime, and actually the first thing that came into our mind was banh mi. What's that? Yeah. Oh, you guys want beers? Can I get 2 beers for the gentleman up here with me? Post Mercury. So the dish was inspired by banh mi, which then made Chris think of kimchi. And then Chris decided that he wanted to do the dish with kimchi, and then called me at like 2 and was like, I haven't made it yet. So I was like, cool, we can totally work with that. So that's where the idea of a 10-minute kimchi came in. So if you were done in the style of coleslaw, that really acidic, the fish oils, all those flavors, I think really brought the lime and the ginger to life. So Hackensack, what do you guys think of the dish?
Outstanding.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Hey Jeff, come down here, bud. Can we get our 2 brewers of beer before you hit your table? I'm talking to you. Yeah, come on. All right, here we go. We've got Matt from Wales. He's going to kick it off for us.
Yeah, Matt!
Woo! Our third.
Evening, guys.
Yeah!
Good evening.
Really quick, I would really like to thank Nell and Chris for putting on this event. This is the 3rd straight year that the Whales has been involved, and I can speak for behalf of my club that we really love this event. We were really excited to be involved, and thank you guys so much for including us. Again, this is the 3rd year in a row, so this year we decided to go to one of our neighbors over in Rahway, which is Wet Ticket, so I'll introduce you to Tim Hewitt, who's one of the owners. He'll tell you a little bit about Wet Ticket Brewing.
Yeah, Tim!
Hey, look around, everybody. You're with 125 people who love beer.
Woo!
You are with your people. We're happy to be here. Matt and the Whales came to me and they said, Tim, we want to do a collaboration. Do you think I would say no to a man that size? I don't think I have a choice. They bring a lot of enthusiasm. In my 25 years of home brewing, I also had a professional career, never had time to be a part of a homebrew club. Thanks to the Whales, they've let me know what I missed. I appreciate everything you guys have brought to it, the camaraderie, what I've learned from you guys. Thank you very much. Every time I come to a brewery, it really warms my heart. The beer that you're about to drink, up to a couple of anecdotes. They told me about the recipe. They told me it had cardamom in it. I didn't know what cardamom was. I cook a lot, so pretty much I took a backstage to what these guys were doing. I was there when they brewed it, you know. I was there. We had a couple of beers, but that's what I missed as part of the home brewing, so it was great to be there when they brewed it. I was there when we carbonated it. So we start carbonating this beer, and we're fourth carbonating it. We're shaking it a little. Matt's shaking it a little. I'm shaking it a lot. Yeah, you're shaking it a lot. I think I got a little drunk that night. Because we shook it a little, I drank some. Are we there yet? Matt, no, we're not there yet. We need 3-0. Keep going, keep shaking. So we keep shaking, we got the 3-0, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna make a big batch of this beer. And then I just asked him, hey Matt, how much does cardamom cost? And how much did you use? He goes, I don't know. Thank you very much for having us. We appreciate the enthusiasm. If you get a chance, come visit us in Broadway. It's always kind of raucous there. We have 10 to 14 beers on tap. We try to change it up as much as possible. The staff is great. They do a great job. And now Matt's going to tell you a little bit about it.
Okay, so this is the 5th year of this beer dinner. And I know Nell kind of mentioned in her email that she wanted us to kind of push a little bit further and do something a little more gastronomic with the beers this year. So I found a very obscure reference to a Middle Eastern tart that had pears, honey, and cardamom. And that was basically the basis for the inspiration for this beer. And we had a couple things. One was we did not have fermentation temperature control for this. We were doing a small batch, we were doing a test batch of my ticket. So that's part of the reason why I used the Nordic Quake, whatever, however I pronounce it. However, my Nordic is terrible. But however, we used that basically because we wanted to be able to ferment at room temperature but still have a very clean profile. We basically wanted the yeast to get out of the way and all the ingredients to really shine through in the secondary. So we basically, we put 5 fresh green cardamom pods in a basically like a 13, 14 gallon batch. We put a ton of sliced pears and we put some wildflower honey in there. We tasted it until we thought it had enough cardamom. Cardamom kind of has like a ginger type flavor, but I'd say a little bit lighter, a little bit less dense than ginger. And we did want to have, pears of very light ingredients, so we wanted to get some of that in the finish. As this beer warms up, you actually get a lot more of the pear. But because of the honey, the wildflower honey, and because of the pear, I actually get like almost like a white wine note in the finish, like a white grape note. So it's a very, very simple beer with, we only had 2-row with a little bit of spelt in it. Very simply hopped. We basically, again, we're just going for all those 3 ingredients in the secondary and just let those speak through. So I think we got pear, I think we got a lot of cardamom, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, cheers.
Inspiration of the dish, which was the cardamom, so no one had that for inspiration of the beer. So I just want to touch on something for a moment that I really appreciate from all of the homebrew clubs here, is that I did have that ask. I said, surprise me, do something different. This is the first year we've never had an IPA brewed, and IPAs are amazing. But again, look at how the beer community is just continuing to grow and explore and push the boundaries. And if you want an IPA, Suburban has plenty of delicious IPAs on draft.
That's right.
But yeah, so Baba Chickpea, have you any basmati? Can we talk about the names of these dishes for a second? Pretty fun stuff. Was all inspired by the cardamom in the beer. So I'll leave you with that. The food will be out in a little while, but we are going to pause because I totally agree. I like to watch this beer warm up a bit. Like, definitely hold it in your hand. Like, don't just, give it some of that natural body heat because it will change the flavor profile and how it's explored with the dishes. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Have some fun. Thank you. Thank you. I was excited to get connected with Joe. So, hey, you guys have had enough of me. Well, you want to take it away. Gentlemen.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? New Jersey. My name is Roger. This is Anthony. Jeff's not here. He's got some family stuff he's got to do, but he sends his best wishes. 15 years ago, I got into craft beer. I went to Total Wine in West Orange. I was drinking Hoegaarden. I thought it was fancy. I bought a mixed set of the Yingling. I had the black and tan. I was like, wow, I'm really able to do some stuff. And somebody said, what else do they have here? I was like, have you ever had an Oktoberfest? And I had an Oktoberfest at a Polaner, and it sent me on my way. The beer that turned me was Founder's Backwards Bastard. I had that. And I was just like, man, this beer is like, I don't know. So, long story short, Anthony and I were music guys. We started a group called the Brew Council. We meet at my house once a month and chase beer, and it became 5 guys and 10 guys and 20 guys and 30 guys. And my wife Sally, she was nice enough to have all these guys at the house with beer. Some ladies, yeah, there are a couple ladies in there. There's some ladies there. But it grew, and the bottom line is that our love, our passion for craft beer, people told us to do it. We went to a Brew at the Zoo event with our little Brew Council shirts, and people thought we were a real deal. We weren't. Long story short, we kept on. Once we got serious about opening up our brewery, I just got to thank everybody, and just so you know, when we started raising money for the brewery, the place that we would, investors would be like, what's a craft brewery? What does it look like? What's happening? We'd be like, you know what? Meet us at Twin Elephant, and we'll have some drinks there, and we'll show you what we're trying to do. So thank you, Twin Elephant, for letting us. When they wanted to Twin Elephant, they were like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. You should do this. We're in Orange, New Jersey, right next to the train. Yes. Again, we love it. It's amazing. We've been open 13 weeks. We're running out of beer, which is awesome.
And one of the I'm in a bash member.
Well, when we were looking for a head brewer, and this guy, and I don't know, do you guys know Joe at all? Do you guys know Joe? When we were looking for a head brewer, we went through a few people. Joe was the only one who articulated the vision for the brewery exactly as we thought without us even telling him. We all know the fellow brewers out here, the runway for breweries is very short now that breweries are very popular, so we didn't have a lot of room for experimentation. We had to come out really strong, and I gotta be honest, if it wasn't for Joe Reitzel, we would not be where we are right now.
That's our thing. Like we're all in bands and everything. Joe says he can't play bass, but I tell him he can. And he's gonna join us. But yeah, we started this Brew Council thing, and then I started brewing like 3 years ago, and then like immediately I was like an expert. It was insane. I don't know what happened. And then I would pick his brain at Cask and Kettle, and he would be like, yo, but you gotta get this, like super like laid back and everything. And I'm like, bro, like. We're opening up this brewery, we're looking for a brewery. He's like, oh yeah, talk to me. And I was like, all right, and he's working at 2-ton. I'm like, wow. So I was like, who's the guy? And then it's like, and I looked, and his page said he's working at Gentle Giant. And I'm like, wow. Like, he's gonna work there, he's gonna stay there. So then I was like, and then he came, he defected. Yeah, again, I gotta thank Hackensack, Mike, John, Twin Elephant, Frank. All of you guys, I don't know how we could have opened. It would have been like, we would have definitely like messed up more stuff, and we wouldn't have been open yet. Yeah, chemicals, you know, we need chemicals, bro, we need, you know. But here we are, you know, Jeff, actually, there's somebody in our crew, us three, that has been brewing for like 12 years. He's not here. He's not brewing, but he was brewing for a while. We got Joe. Joe's the best. NJ Hops came through. I had them actually like stocking our grain. They just came in and everything. Anybody from NJ Hops here? Where's the NJ Hops group? Who's the dual mash NJ Hops guy?
Paul.
Paul, where's he at? Now, come over here.
Yeah, Paul!
And we try to roll deep. We put this thing out. We're trying to find, like, you know, bartenders and stuff like that. We got Ashley here in the place. Her name is Ashley Cordero. We call her Ashley Cordero. You know what I'm saying? We got Kurt in the house. Kurt's like, you know, I just waited in line for 4 hours in the snow barefoot for Hudson Valley. And, I think you guys would be a really good fit in my repertoire of like certain beer and stuff like that. So. You know what I mean?
You're hired.
But yeah, the NJ Hops came through, I put them to work, NJ Hops with a Z at the end, you know what I'm saying? Original joke of funny kids, every time I feel like I'm sometimes I'm the boy, I'm teaching you to coach that again for another time when we do something else, you know what I'm saying? Like you see, this is how we do it, you know what I mean? So yo, yeah, take it away. We're talking about the Baltic Quarter.
And I don't know what he was talking about with articulating things, Scooter.
You're good. You got the words.
So we had NJ Hops come to the brewery. We were trying to decide what to brew. Nobody had any ideas really, but they brought this awesome Baltic Porter that was barrel aged. And I basically just sat there drinking the Baltic Porter going, so what do you guys want to brew? What do you guys want to brew? And I basically just got nothing. So I was like, this Baltic Porter is really good. Baltic Porter is really good. So eventually I just said, how about we brew this Baltic Porter? So, we don't have anything with a bunch of crazy adjuncts or anything in it, but 8.6% alcohol. And if anybody doesn't know, Baltic Porter is basically a porter, but fermented with lager yeast. So lowers the pH a little bit. You probably get different flavors off of those darker malts, and yeah.
And we lost about 2 barrels of Baltic Porter on the floor, and it was a sticky, sweet mess. So enjoy what you have, because we were sad, like we were super sad that we lost it, but we got some here for you.
And the name, we didn't know this, but the name of the dish is Chocolate Nightmare, so.
It's just like galaxies collide and everything. Chocolate Nightmare was definitely a Chocolate Nightmare when we were cleaning that up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like in the shop back, Stanley Subuski was there cleaning up stuff. So, Baltic Rim Porter, spilled on the floor. We didn't take any of the floor beer and put it back into the tank, just saying. But we got a few barrels. We got like 4 or 5, almost like 4.5 barrels out of the tank. So, Forest City Brewing Company, Orange, West Orange.
So tonight, I wanted to have our big finish with Bradley Brew Project and Garden State Homebrewers. Garden State Homebrewers were the most recent addition. It's already been 3 years, right? It's already been 3 years. And here's what I'll say before we go into the final chorus. It has been such a pleasure being with all of you this evening. We're going to have them share about the collaboration experience. We're going to eat duck for dessert.
Yes!
Yeah. And then we're going to get to meet the people that really make this happen, which is definitely not me. happening. So don't leave yet. Hang in there, have some fun, and without further ado.
So I'm Matt. I'm from Theyre and Bradley Brew Project.
Hi, Matt!
Hello. Hi, Matt! I'll be filling many roles tonight. But I wanted to start. A lot of people, I don't want to put Twin Elephant on the spotlight tonight, but a lot of people have been talking about inspiration, and Twin Elephant to us also is an inspiration to what we do. We were just talking before, just off the cuff, about the way that they do everything they do, and the two words that came to my mouth were methodical and whimsical. Like everything you do is just, there's a reason, but you have fun with it. Right? So I just wanted to give a shout out to them because really a lot of what we do is based off of what they've done in these movies. So, Bradley Brew Project, if you don't know who we are, we're not Twin Elephant. We are down in Bradley Beach. Very clever name. If you don't know where Bradley Beach is, we're dead smack between Asbury and Belmont. Exit 100 Number Parkway if you want a number. We started June 2018. We opened up as a 2-barrel. This is where some similarities start happening with Twin Elephant. We started as a 2-barrel. We slowly evolved into a 5-barrel. We didn't just buy a 5-barrel system. We took our old boil kettle and our old hot liquor tank, and that was now our dual hot liquor tank. We still had a 3-barrel mash tun and a 5-barrel boil kettle, so that's where all these muscles come from double mash days. Now we have a 7-barrel mash tun with rakes and plows. Come out! So we brew what we want to brew. I don't know. We have a plan. We have beers on tap here. Suburban has supported us, and before they were Suburban, whatever they were called.
Chris Macy has supported you guys.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I mean, For Love of the Craft has been big for Bradley as well as Garden State Homebrewers, but it brought Bradley to North Jersey, and now we're in numerous bars up here, so it's been great. Yeah, Jesse at Fort Henry's.
Yeah, Jesse!
So thank you.
The beer.
There's beer. We brought beer. So
best description.
Yeah, it's a beer. Sorry. So we were gonna make a New Zealand sour because if you know anything about us, we've done 2 New Zealand beers, and we were like, no, let's do something different. We have in Bradley we have a local market brunch place. Many Things Mayberry Market. Shout out to them. Nobody's here from there, but we get all of our fresh fruit from them. They puree it. They get it that day, puree it, and bring it to us, and we add it. It's like you couldn't ask for anything better from a brewery who likes to cook fruit and shit. And so we were like, oh, let's do raspberries. Let's do this. And they were like, let's do something weird. And they have this dish that's just yogurt, oats, and figs. And it was like, let's do that. Let's put that in a beer. So we took too many figs and put it into a kettle sour. The figs were added during fermentation, so it won't explode in a keg or anything like that. We don't necessarily believe in that. But a ton of vanilla. I got yelled at making this beer, I'll be honest. That costs a lot of money. Please, rate very highly. I like to do my job. But yeah, so, I mean, intense fig, just intense fig. You know, the vanilla's in there to soften it out, and then you get the sourness in the end that cleans out and just asks you to drink another sip. It's weird, it's fun, it's gonna go great with duck. I love duck, so thank you.
Well, I'll add to that. Okay, so who is here for shrimp and ice cream? Woo! You guys don't have to cheer when I ask this. Who is here for crab and ice cream? Yeah! That one didn't go over as well. So my point is we like to do seafood and ice cream when we finish things off. So you guys provided us with such an incredible beer that really inspired Chris to do something different this time. So we're ending with duck and bacon. And pig. So, is there anything else like that? No. So sit tight. They're doing some final preparations in the kitchen. We'll come around with more beer if we want to try it. It's a fantastic beer, guys. No, you guys don't have to shush. It's time to have fun. Just wait for Chris to come out and then really bring it down. The amazing staff of Suburban Bar and Kitchen. You guys, if you have not checked out the tap list, do it on your way out. They know what they're doing here. The beers are amazing. Like we said, Bradley Brew Project is a prime example of Chris Macy and the curating that he's doing. We also, who is not here tonight, have Dustin Knoll. You guys all know Steven. Shannon's up here. The management team here is phenomenal. If you'd like to do a craft beer event for your corporate or personal pleasure, just call me and I'll be happy to do it for you. But listen, guys, the magic is in the beer, so one more time, give it up for the amazing Without you, none of this would have been possible. With your ideas and your creations, a man named Chris Macy, who we'll get to him in a second. First and foremost, the co-executive chef of Suburban Bar and Kitchen, Ashley Cutler. I just go in there and yell, and he's never had any real support in the kitchen. So Ashley, we love you. We're so happy that you're here. The man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Macy.
So much for coming out again this year. 5 years, amazing. Thank you for coming to our new place. We really hope you'll be coming back again. Amazing collaborations this year, whatever. I gotta also, please, one more for Ashley, because I'm not trying this year, I do every year, not this year. But again, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you for letting us move the date. I really appreciate it. And just welcome, and we hope you've seen it.
Come eat, please.
Thank you.
Raise that glass. Raise it up high. And let me cheers for the love of the crowd.
So that's a wrap for the love of the craft. Local beer, paired with food, so loud. Over 100 people drinking craft beer, brewed with local breweries in New Jersey. The food was good. I like the ribs. They went well with the porter. Have a good night. Bye.